Hello, friends. Welcome back to the Psychedelic Art Exchange YouTube channel. It's just about officially summer, and we're kicking off the season with our June mega auction, which is live now and will end on Sunday, June 22nd at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, as always. Today, we're going to look at some exciting paper collectibles in that very auction. So, go ahead and take it away.
Well, yes, we are, highlighting some of the more interesting and or, popular items in the sale. And we just wanted to, give a roundup of this, this pretty hot sale before we get into the deep summer months where people tend to slow down a little bit. And, so we have a couple more hot auctions before we go into deep summer mode. And this one
And sit in the
starts,
hot sun instead.
yay. Yeah, well, the first item we're starting off with is this mouse poster. It was a very popular Grateful Dead poster from '66, which was the first year of the band. And it's an important year if you collect Grateful Dead. But this is always, taken on the pop culture image of Pooh and Piglet. And, if you look closely, they're carrying a package of weed and smoking, and it's a little subversive for the time. They were trying to hide this stuff; it wasn't out in the open. But this is a poster that used to be reasonably affordable, and now in high grade goes over 10K for the right copy. This copy has a few little issues, but if it's something you need to fill out your collection, it's certainly a fine, well displayed copy.
So this one is from what was this the original lineup of the show, and then there's another version where there's Joan
Joan
Baez
Baez,
on instead.
Yes, that's correct. It was a political rally, and the thing to look for is the bindweed credit in the bottom right. This was also bootlegged, and there's a bunch of those copies floating around. So look for the bindweed credit and get an original Pooh.
Yeah, you had the other version in your bathroom for years, ironically.
I have the bootleg. I have it now as before I even knew any of this. I bought that in 84, 85.
Wow, you remember the year. That's
yeah,
incredible.
I kind of got to put the story together. But yeah, this is a poster that I'd love to have an original of, but it kind of got away from me in high grade. But But anyhow, from there, I want to go to this super delicate and really important Allman Brothers flyer from 1970. It's yellow. It is really kind of fragile, but it's in wonderful shape. And this was the first year of the Allman Brothers band. And what's interesting about this is it mentions formerly of the Second Coming. That was the band that Dickie Betts and Barry Oakley came from before they joined the Allman Brothers. So this is a really early special piece. If you're into the Allman Brothers band, which we love to talk about as much as any other band there is out there, this is one to focus on.
Cool.
And so let me handle this very carefully. I have gotten some feedback that I don't always handle posters carefully enough, and we try. It's the large ones that get to be a little bit problematic, and ones with curls.
We know what we're doing. Oh yeah. No, I know you're excited about this one.
So this this wouldn't ordinarily jump out at people, but for two reasons it I find it exciting. It's a cool image, and it's for a Kingfish show, which was Bob Weir's side project with Matthew Kelly and Dave Torbert, and but that's not what excites me. I mean, that's a cool record, and it has its place. But Link Wray is one of those influential guitar players that everyone in rock kind of cops to, or the early players did, because of his use of distortion and whatnot. He had a track called Rumble from the 50s, and
everyone knows Rumble,
right? And that's what And so he was revered, and he played through all these genres of rock. Link Wray. This is a Link Wray poster as well as a Kingfish poster. Go for
it.
And
it's such a good design.
I mean, it's silly and wonderful, and I like the way that it works. It's from Humboldt. It's this is not a common piece. This came out of a deep collection. So there's your inside tip.
Cool.
And now we're going to move into some of the Texas material that we've had in the past couple sales. And starting off with this Fugs Handbook, which is one of the more desirable pieces in the Vulcan series. And if you don't know about the Fugs, they were sort of an avant-garde, politically oriented. Ed Sanders was the main guy behind that, and he had lots to say. It's another chapter in Greenwich Village sort of folky history there, but they were an interesting and influential band at the time.
Yeah, that's a very very interesting
the design
piece of art.
It's pretty great. And then moving right along, we have New Riders of the Purple Sage, and it's signed by the artist Michael Priest that did a lot of great stuff for the Armadillo. But this, the image of Panama Red, this is an overperforming, not an overperforming, this is a poster that does very well. It performs really well, and I haven't had one. We haven't had one in the sale for quite a while, and I expect it to do well. So if you were looking for this, here's your chance.
It's so awesome. It's so Southwest.
Oh, it's so good. This is
June 14th, which is my birthday. Haha. Obviously not that year, but I'm just noticing that now.
Yes.
Cool.
Katie just turned 30, and
whoa.
And I'll always know how many years Jerry's been gone because he died the year she was born.
Or is it vice versa?
Oh, it depends who I'm talking to. Anyhow, we have another couple Texas items here. I want to point this one out because it's a Devo poster, and we've had this come up, and it's done pretty well in our sale. But it is done by friend and colleague of PAE, Rick Turner, who is has shared so many great stories about Texas and what was going on. He was in the Uranium Savages, which was a performance art group that used to show up at many gigs in this area. But so that's a shout out to Rick Turner.
And a great poster, and how can you not love Devo?
Are we not men? And they're still doing it. They're still touring.
I know, they just announced a tour yesterday.
And we're going to end on my hero, Frank Zappa at the Armadillo in 80. And there's several Zappa posters over the years, and putting together a set of those isn't as easy as you think, especially the Ken Featherston one, which we sold once for a lot of money. And so if you're a fan of Frank, the Armadillo is a great little sub collection. So
it's a very Frank poster.
It's very Frank.
It's very good.
So that kind of wraps it for the highlights of the current mega sale.
And as always, there's way more in there. You just gotta hunt through. We got 100 lots, really good stuff, and it's open for bidding for another few days until Sunday, June 22nd at 9:00 p.m. Eastern Time. As always, we're happy to be here making little silly videos for you. So we hope you had a good time, and we will see you back here soon.
Happy summer.